That's what I'm saying, bro. We're enough. Him, Jeremiah.
Yes.
Are you ready? Oh yeah, now they fucking work. Fucking bitch.
I got it.
All right, what's good, y'all? This is the first episode of the Dramatic Integrity podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts. You can just call me Bright. I got my friend Ramos.
Yes, sir. In the building.
And then we got we got Jerry.
What's good, y'all?
But yeah, all three of us are gonna make up this podcast, like I said, called Dramatic Integrity. And
Woo!
while we made this podcast, people that are around. All right, look, people that are around us, people we know, they say we should make a podcast. Over time we agreed. So here we are, making this podcast for y'all. We've known each other for
quite some time now.
Yeah, a good amount of time.
Over 5 years, I would bet.
Yeah, I met these two back when we were in middle school.
Oh yeah,
they ain't know each other.
6th grade.
Yeah,
that was about 8 years ago.
Oh God, we some old bitches for real.
That's crazy.
And then high school, we came together, and then we became boys for real.
True.
Yeah.
The rest was history. But one thing that's keeping us together is that we're all students. We're still trying to get through school.
I don't know if that's what's keeping us together, but go on.
I guess. I'm trying to keep it sentimental. I'm trying to make that connection. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
But we're all trying to pursue an education. Me personally, I'm chasing that pre-vet grind. You already know. I love the animals. You're real sick of your shit, Ramos.
I think we should tell them the story.
What story?
The horse?
It was a cow.
Oh, it was a cow. Oh, I mean,
go for it.
We'll get to that. I think we'll.
I mean, we'll get to it, but like, what are y'all's majors? What are y'all's majors?
Computer science.
You are a geek.
Okay, buddy.
Man, you are. And what about you, Jeremiah?
Mass communications, and I talk too much.
That's very true.
Hold up.
Easy.
You've been in speech classes for how long now?
Hold on, one at a time. What y'all say?
See, I told you can't fucking multitask,
bro. I couldn't. Y'all were talking at the same time. Right, you first.
All right, me. But I was like, hold up. So you already talk too much. You're aware of the fact that you can't talk too much, or that you do talk too much, and you trying to subject the masses to that?
Yes.
Okay, but look. So say you do it, right?
Okay.
What are you gonna say to them?
What do you mean?
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say?
Well, whatever, depending on what crowd of people I'm talking to and what the topic is, then I'll prepare myself for that topic and then give a speech on it or whatever. Like mass communications, as I found out, it goes basically, a whole lot deeper.
What we're doing right now?
Mass communications. Exactly. So it's practice.
You're already fucking up.
Shut up.
Like further down the line, they're gonna hear the shit you say. They're gonna come back to this, and they're gonna be like, "Is he actually a mass communications major?"
Yeah, they're gonna come back to this. They're gonna see like your start, like your roots. They're gonna be like, "Wow, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
So going back to our majors, how difficult has it been for y'all, if it has been at all? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I've been at Pelly for 3 years now, so.
I mean,
this shit sucks.
That shit been easy, hard, nice, bad.
I mean, it's had its moments, but overall, I'm enjoying the experience.
Yeah, it's cool to meet with people.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But the amount of work you have to do, and this is something we'll talk about too, but like some of the classes you have to take in college and high school and school in general, you don't need them.
Like a lot of the class, like they say, oh, you will use this in your life, and you're going to use this in college. I mean, yeah, depending on what major you're going to be in. So, like, if you're going to be a science, if you're going into, like engineering, for example, yeah, you're going to need a lot of math and a lot of science. You're going to need a lot of that stuff depending on, what your major is. But a communications major like me, I really don't need, all these science classes because, how is that going to benefit me when I, actually go off and start doing, my core classes for my major? You know what I mean?
Honestly, Jeremiah, like, out of all the classes that we took in high school, like not even in college, but like just the education that brought us up to like the college level, what like out of all those classes is really helping you right now in your major?
Literally nothing at all. Literally nothing
Dude,
at all.
like, okay.
I'm like, English, yeah, that obviously helps because, have to write papers, but other than that, nothing at all.
You have to read, you have to learn how to talk, all this shit. So English, English is a fundamental thing, right? You need English in order to communicate with people. But so like the basic subjects that they have, math, science, English, those are all good, I guess, to a degree. And then you further, invest in said subject that you want to get a degree in. But like art,
history,
we don't need that. I mean, if you're gonna be an art major, I guess. But
Yeah.
why do we need these like extra classes? Why can't we just take the core classes?
they want you to be a well-rounded student, bro.
See, except I don't care about art. PE. Look how many fat people we have in the fucking world.
They
Kind
need
of fat.
PEs.
We got Jeremiah here, straight up.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm not even going to argue with this. Yeah, I'm fat. Yeah, I'm morbidly obese. Okay.
I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
you guys are gonna be shocked when you see him.
Yeah.
Bro's a circle.
It's so crazy. But like going back to that, honestly, when it comes to like core classes, I don't understand why history was a core class, like for real. Because I understand they're like,
So you don't repeat the same mistakes.
yeah, but it's like,
But
yeah,
we
no
are.
fucking-
We literally are.
yeah. But like, yeah, like it clearly didn't help. I mean, we're not really the type to get political here, but it's kind of a dead class because it's about dead motherfuckers and about dead ass events that frankly
No one
There's
cares
one
about.
thing you'll come to learn about me, probably Bright. I don't know how Jerry feels, but I am not political at all.
I try not to be, in all honesty.
politics kind
I
of
don't care. I don't care about politics. I don't care about religion. It brings up too many arguments.
Like, whatever you believe in, cool for you. I'm not going to just, like, force it upon you.
Unless
you
you're gay.
know.
yeah
That's for another
JKs.
episode. That's for another
JKs,
episode.
JKs.
That's for another
Honestly
episode.
though, when it comes to like the college load and stuff like that, we all know like the fear mongering, like elementary school, middle school, and high school did. Talking about, this stuff right here, it's not gonna slide.
Every time.
Right here, they're not gonna hold your hand. It's gonna be so miserable for you if you're not getting it now.
They don't hold your hand, but the fact it's like every year they repeat the same script. They always say that college teachers are gonna be more strict. They're not gonna, let you off so easy. College professors are like some of the most down to earth professors there are.
That is true.
So that's facts. That's actual facts. The only thing I've seen like a college professor crack down on is that the fact that they won't do extra credit. That's about the only thing.
That and cheating, basically.
Oh yeah. That's understandable.
No, because do you remember back in like middle school when we were like in 8th grade and all of our teachers were saying like, oh, well, I don't know if your teacher said this, but a lot of my teachers said, oh, you think this behavior and this attitude is going to fly in high school? High school teachers don't care about you. They're just doing it to, make money and stuff like that. High school was honestly better than middle school because teachers let us get away with literally everything.
Dude, see, it's debatable for me because middle school was lit.
I hated middle school.
I
hated middle school.
Nah, you should have been on mine and Ramos' side of middle school. That was gas.
Bruh, from the stories I heard from you two, I was just like, man, I was like, I wish I was smarter so I could experience the fun joys classes.
Funny, bro.
Like,
if it was like every day, your gut would be fucking sore from how much you was fucking laughing, bro. Literally every day.
Like, we didn't even do stuff like that. We just got distracted. Like, I remember one day it was towards the end of the semester, and our teacher had a breakdown with our class about bullying because we had this kid in our class, and he just broke down about how he was bullied as a kid and stuff like that. And all the kids in class started crying, and they apologized to him. And our teacher said, "Why don't we just get up and hug everybody?" We're all crying, and then we walk out of class, and it was like, "Wait a minute." I look over at one of my friends, and I was like, "Wait a minute, what just happened?" I was like, "Finals are next week."
You know, I don't think
We haven't learned anything.
I don't think I've ever seen someone actually get bullied.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard stories, but like
I've seen it before. I mean,
you've experienced.
yeah. I mean, like,
Every
I'm just like, oh, okay,
from us.
cool, whatever. I mean, well, yeah, you guys are my friends. I expect it from you guys. So, you know.
The bro Jeremiah,
That's just boys.
like the bro Jerry, Jeremiah had was pretty notorious for getting his fucking ass beat. in middle school.
Freaking death's thrown at me.
Did he win any of them? No.
You know, but you know, in Jerry's defense, you know, I feel like out of all those times except for one, yo ass got jumped.
Jerry's always he was always the scapegoat in these situations too.
I really was.
He'd always get the worst punishment, even though he's the one getting his ass beat
from school.
That's what I'm saying.
And
It never
at
makes
home.
sense.
Like that should be wild.
We don't gotta get into that though.
Nah. But
Like, I never understood that. Like, the way schools are about, like, the whole, you know, zero fighting policy. Like, if someone's getting jumped, or if someone, you know, punches you in the face, both of y'all are in trouble. Even if you didn't swing back, even if you didn't do anything, you're still in trouble. And it doesn't make sense. I was like, why does the innocent have to be punished too for something they didn't do? You know, like that time.
I'm not sure if you're innocent.
No, okay, I got an example. I was walking down the
fucking retarded.
hallway, and this girl grabbed me by my backpack and just threw me against the locker, and then started like slinging me back and forth. And I didn't know what was going on, and I turned around and just punched her in the stomach because I didn't know what was going on. and I didn't even know it was a girl. I thought it was a guy because, you know, it was. I mean, she was a masculine woman. I'm just
Jeremiah beats women.
Listen.
I don't think I do.
No, I don't. I don't. And when I punched her in the stomach, that's all the teacher saw. And there were witnesses in the hallway, and they were telling my teacher what happened. And my teacher was like, "Nope, all I saw was Jeremiah punch a woman." And I was like, "I'm taking her side. No one else's. Jeremiah's a liar. No, Jeremiah, I'm writing you up, and you're getting ISS for a week."
See, like, apart from that, school, even though it's, you know, as a kid you dread going to that, it's like some of the most memorable stuff you're gonna go through.
It's
it
is the majority of your time, to be honest.
It depends, I guess, how your time in school goes. Like, if you have no friends, you're gonna hate it, of course.
True.
But
I mean, when I was hanging out with you guys, I had fun in school.
yeah, because you had friends.
Yes.
It's like specifically for middle school though. That honestly, I had more fun in middle school than I did in high school, even though it's supposed to be the other way around.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
That's because we didn't go to any of the high school parties or whatever.
God, we didn't. I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah, we wasn't on Euphoria time. So
nah, but
you know,
but more happened in middle school than high school. It's it's so like it's crazy how much action our school got.
Yeah,
we had some people fucking in the bathroom one week. We had like fights another week. Like
every period,
day,
bro.
Every day, yeah.
Between every period.
Yeah.
Now I'll give it to high school. Our freshman year, when we first got in, that shit was kind of live. It was kind of live. It was kind of.
It really was.
But then sophomore year hit, and everybody kind of cooled the fuck down. You know.
Now, what was it? It was. I want to say it was sophomore year. Somebody got thrown in a trash can in the cafeteria. That joke was so funny.
Again.
She said he wasn't gonna do anything, and she smacked him. So he picked her up and threw her in the trash can and kicked the trash can over.
That's nice. Right, cried
after
that.
Equal rights, equal lefts, bro. I mean,
yeah, but he ended up getting detained in handcuffs, and she played victim.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, she was like, goes, I guess.
She was like, he picked me up and threw me in the trash can. And everyone's like, no, you provoked him.
It's kind of funny.
For like,
you actually provoked him.
And that's for like, actually, like getting education. I don't even feel like it was that much harder than middle school either, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
like, like sitting down.
So
and,
elementary school,
learning shit.
Definitely the easiest, right?
Facts.
Oh yeah.
2 + 2, 5, easy, bro. Like,
Okay. Keep it
can't
going.
mess
Keep it
that
going.
up.
They're trying to tell
Like,
them.
Yeah.
Middle school was also easy. If you weren't
It really
in middle
was.
school, I probably can't say that. If you weren't,
Honestly, our 8th grade class, look, them flunkers, bro, that they was looking kind of diverse. You know, I seen everybody in that class.
Yeah.
Middle school, dude. College is like the professors don't care as much because they hold you responsible, but that is
True.
like 20 times harder than high school.
True.
I feel like part of it is like, yeah, like you said, you know, they just hold you responsible for like a lot of shit.
Everything. They hold you responsible for everything.
Damn near.
I mean,
damn near
you kind of do because you're
shit.
adults, you know.
Pretty much. But
It's definitely a change of pace.
the jump that, you know, because high school wasn't very difficult, I guess.
True.
It really wasn't, in all honesty.
And then, but the jump from like, say, math in high school to math in college is absurd.
Oh, it really is. Now, one of the worst things I hated about when I was taking math was like, oh yeah, you should have learned this in high school. And then everyone just kind of looks around at each other. They're like, did y'all learn it? And I was like, no. And then some kid would be like, we learned this, but we only learned about it for like 2 weeks and then moved on because our teacher said it wasn't important.
Nice.
You know?
I feel like what makes college a bit more stressful and a bit harder too, there's rarely any like fluff grades.
What do you mean?
If that makes sense. Like, you don't have like, you know, your homework every couple of weeks, you know,
Oh,
keep
yeah.
your grade up. Every grade pretty much matters.
We've also had like every school we've gone to has been year round. This is the first
True.
time we're at like a
Yeah.
semester per semester type.
See, had we
class.
gone anywhere else when we were in high school, we'd be a bit more accustomed to it. We just got
Yeah,
like,
Yeah,
it would have been a
but,
little
like,
bit more normal.
Compared to other high schools, I don't think they offered like IB courses.
They didn't.
they did. No, there are other schools that did IB.
Okay, but
Really?
really good though.
I have no idea. I wouldn't know.
I'm like, hold on.
See,
Speaking
When
of
it come-
IB,
when it comes
right
to
now,
IB, I'm gonna be real
take IB. For the love of God, take IB classes.
to take IB. Personal recommendation. Yeah.
Well,
Depending on which
okay.
IB classes you take.
Now
Take-
forget IB. You know exactly why I don't like IB break.
Take
You know
IB
exactly why.
English. Take IB. Literally, it's not because the IB classes you're gonna take are the like first classes you take, even if you didn't take those classes. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were just starting college, those IB classes you took in high school would be the same classes you would take
That's kind of true.
in college.
Yeah.
So, and
Just for, like,
since
the
it counts as
exposure.
college credit, you basically just get rid of like 2-3 classes of college that you have to do, so you won't be there as long.
Yeah, but you gotta take the
Mhm.
right classes and you gotta apply to the right schools. Some schools don't even take IB credits.
That's true.
Yeah, and then dual enrollment too. That's also a thing.
Dual enrollment is probably the most optimal thing you can do, to be honest, because that's like directly getting college credits.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
There was this one girl I met at
Dual
Pelly,
enrollment. That's what I meant.
and she said she took
Dual
dual
enrollment.
enrollment when she was in high school, but they didn't count like 3 of her credits when she said there was an error in the system, and they just did, and she tried getting them to fix it, and they just said that you just got to retake the classes.
That's kind of bullshit.
Okay.
And when she told me
See-
that, I was like, nah, I would have fought for that, because there's no way I'm taking time out of my senior year to try and get ahead, so I don't have to take these classes when I show up for my freshman year. And then when I show up, they're like, oh yeah, you got to retake these classes, and I pass. It doesn't make sense. It's just like,
Keep receipts,
Plus-
people. Keep receipts.
online school, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
All right, hold on. What are your thoughts on online school?
For classes
skill.
like for your core classes, right? So anything difficult, calculus or algebra, chemistry, any of those, engineering, online, that shit is hard. If you
Oh, I
can get
can
that shit
imagine.
online,
I can
you're a
imagine.
genius.
For the gen
I-
eds, online is like the best.
Peak, literally, it's the best thing you could do for gen eds.
Yeah.
That's really it. Cause it's like, I'm trying to think of a bad online class I had. Oh, freshman year, my first semester of freshman year, had this one English teacher. Dude, that shit was ass, bro. She would assign an essay, and then like on Monday, right?
Mhm.
And then the rough draft would be due like Wednesday.
What?
She would give you 2, and it'd be like a full essay, right? And so when you come through and that shit is ass, it's like she gonna be like, yeah, this is fucking terrible.
No
the
way.
best I can give you is a C. And then the final draft will be due on Friday. So you would get
No way,
4 days to write a whole fucking essay.
That's funny. So she gave you a grade for the rough draft too?
She was like, she'd be like, actually, hold up, no, because you wouldn't even get a grade for the rough draft. It would be like, put it in like a discussion post, and those are fucking ass. Put it in discussion post, and then
I hate
people would be
discussion
able to grade
posts.
it, and then people would give you like pointers on it, and we know how fucking like the comments are in discussion posts, bro. They ain't shit because everybody's trying to get that shit over with.
Yeah.
And so when it came time to put the final touches on, come Friday, yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. I was dropping fucking like straight C's, and then
Oof.
I fucking did good the very last essay. in that like
Thanks.
that like bounced out the grade, but no, that shit was terrible.
Dang, man. That actually sounds horrible.
Yeah. I hope that teacher go broke. I hope she don't work in my school anymore, bro.
Bro, that's why Rate My Professor. It's gonna be your favorite site when choosing.
That's where I
class.
That does come in handy.
Because I didn't do it. I didn't do it at all my freshman year. I got lucky on my second semester, but I didn't do it at all my freshman year. And that probably could have saved me a lot of fucking heartache if I did that.
Probably. Ramos, did you ever have any classes that were similar to that? Or like it was just on
Nah,
when it was
see,
online,
so
it was
the
just
very first
terrible.
semester, I took engineering, right?
Mm-hmm.
That shit is hard as fuck. And I also, so okay, I'll take some of the blame, right? I'm gonna blame the teacher too, though, because she was going fast as fuck. But I also sometimes went on my phone during class.
Oh my god, you're a fucking villain for that, bro.
Well, yeah, because she was like explaining the topic. I'm over here watching YouTube. And I ended up failing the class. So I failed the class.
It'd be like that.
So I had to retake it. I mean, it was all right. It was I guess.
I do look back though, and see, because we went to school like pretty much at like the apex of like COVID and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So everyone was super unfamiliar with online.
Yeah.
That's true. So I'm curious. So say we had wised up back in our like junior year of high school, and we're like, we're gonna take these dual enrollment classes.
True.
Could we have avoided the bullshit that was in?
No, we really could have.
Freshman years.
We could have, in all honesty.
Because I remember seeing people
Maybe you.
in high school.
I don't think I could have. Because,
Like-
I mean, I don't know if they would do engineering as a dual enrollment. I think, wasn't it only like math,
Yeah, it was like math,
English, and science or
yeah.
something
Yeah,
that was
like
dual
math,
enrollment?
I think it was like math and English actually.
the main classes you gotta get knocked out before you can actually get into your major. So like
Yeah.
your freshman and sophomore year.
It was like pre-algebra and English 1010 or something.
True. That's facts. And then but brother, when I handled dual enrollment in high school was so fucking goofy. Because it was
What do you
like
mean?
it'd be like your whole period, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, classes like rarely, if not like, don't line up with that at all.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. 'Cause I actually
And
knew
then-
a couple people who did dual enrollment, and depending on what class they had, depended on what campus they would be on. So some people would be like all the way out in Strawberry Plains,
Mm.
and then they'd still have to make it back by like second period.
Yeah, that's why you always do dual enrollment for fourth period.
Yeah.
That's kind of
And
true.
you could just
That's kinda
leave
true.
school.
It makes the
early.
most sense.
Exactly.
You know?
Not the
In our whack ass high school, going back to the scheduling thing, bro. Why is it that when we were in high school, as seniors, when you have like, how many credits did you need to
Bro,
graduate? Like
I needed-
33?
Dude, I know
You
exactly
needed
what you're talking about.
half a credit to graduate.
That's what I'm saying.
Half a credit.
And they make you fill out that bitch all 8 classes.
Bruh,
like, for what reason?
no. So like when I was filling it out, all I needed was a math and an English credit. That was it. I only needed 2 credits. That was it. And then I was done. They made me fill everything out. So I ended up having to take a history class. I ended up having to take another elective. I mean, like, yeah, I was doing band at the time, but then it was like, oh, you got to take something else. And so I was like, can't I be a TA? And it was like, no, we're not really, there's no teachers looking for a TA. So I ended up signing up for this one class. It's like the second or third week of school. and they was like, "Oh yeah, you can't be in this class again. You've already taken it." And I was like, "So why'd y'all let me sign up for it?" They was like, "Well, we didn't know, when you first signed up, but now we noticed. So, And then my
See,
teacher was like, "You can just be a TA for my class. Or you can just, skip it. I really don't care." She was like, "You're a good student, so it is what it is." I was like, "All right, sweet." So I would just TA, or I would just go chill in the library because I was like, I don't have anything to do for this whole free period.
I mean, I ended up taking coding too. That was pretty fun because the teacher was cool. And
That's
then, um, as much as people shit on ROTC, it was so easy.
I can
Like,
imagine.
it's like such an easy credit. All you have to do is wear the uniform like every other week. Other than that, all we ever did was we learned how to march because we had to march in the Veterans Day parade.
Oh, true.
And then we like learned a couple terms. We had like a physical fitness day. Other than that, all we ever did was play Foursquare, play basketball, play football, or just do random shit. We went to like McGee Tyson Airport and ate steak, bruh. Like,
Nice.
The problem with the scheduling thing as a senior is the way I look at it. Yo, if I was doing what I needed to do, I put in the work. I passed my classes on time, may I add. Yo,
Yeah.
let me get some periods off. Come time when it's a senior, because like shit, frankly, I earned it.
I mean,
It's just
yeah.
a waste of time, and it's literally a waste. It's a waste of my time, a waste of teachers' time when I put in some classes that I just don't fucking need.
and
That
I
is true.
Because I'm forced to.
and then they grade the bullshit that I do because the fact that I don't need the classes means that I'm not gonna try in the classes.
Exactly.
Now, you want to know what I thought was really stupid that they added?
What?
The advisory classes. Not because, I mean, yeah, I'll admit some of the things that we were doing in advisory was pretty fun and all, but my advisory teachers were taking the class too seriously.
Yeah, that shit was kind of weird.
I was like,
Teachers
"Oh yeah,
actually
you're
took
getting."
them
I was
shit
like,
that.
I was like, "Oh yeah, if you don't stand up for the pledge, I'm giving you an F." Oh, that personal project that we had to do sophomore year. You remember that?
Yeah.
I was like, if you don't do that, you don't graduate.
That was actually a waste of time.
I
Guess what?
graduated.
No one
I
did
didn't do it.
No
I
one
didn't
did
do
it.
it.
No,
I didn't do it.
literally no one did it, so they couldn't hold it against anybody.
I mean, there were some people who did it, but I was like, what's the point?
Yeah,
What's
but
the
they were
point of
the
doing it?
the minority. Like probably 5% of the student body did it.
Because because y'all know I took IB classes, right? They try to say I
Right.
couldn't get into IB classes if I didn't do the project.
That's so stupid.
Like I looked around and I was asking people that were going to be in IB classes. I was like, hey, you doing this project? They'd be like, nah. I'm like, are you still going to get into your classes? They're like, yeah, more than likely. I'm like, why the fuck? I think so. Why would I do this project? And they drilled it into your ass. Pause. But they drilled it so hard. They're like, yo, this is so important. Like, you're basically not even going to graduate. They did say that. Wait, did they say that?
Yeah, they said you wouldn't graduate if you didn't do it.
They go back to the fucking fear mongering again, bro. They were.
I mean, like, and you're sophomore, so you believe it.
No, but what's fucked up about it? I didn't hear about that project with like any of the grades afterwards.
Yeah.
Some of the kids in band, they told me that they did it, and they told them that they wouldn't graduate, and then at the end of their sophomore year, they found out they was like, yeah, you didn't have to do it, and so they was like, so we just wasted our time,
And like, let's say you did do it, bro. You spent the time, you research,
You get nothing
you put
for it.
together a project. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what they're like, good job, and then that's it. You get a pound of that.
It's stupid.
Literally.
Oh, you get the satisfaction of doing something. I guess I don't know. Like, what's the point?
Because okay, so and like the days, but honestly, I kind of like the advisory though, because on the days where they're not trying to make you do something, it's just a chill like 50-minute or how long was that? 45 minutes, I think so.
Yeah, it was like 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's just a chill 45 minutes where you can just kick back.
I played card games.
I couldn't. So like sophomore year, me and my, when they first came out with advisory, me and my advisory teacher, we were beefing a lot in class. Junior year, me and my advisory teacher were still beefing in class. It wasn't until senior year until when I actually got like a pretty chill advisor, and I mean like she was nice, but there was one thing there. I remember there was one day we were talking about something, and it caused like everybody in the class who actually loved her to just hate her so fast.
And she had to say something racist, bro.
Oh, she did. She did. She actually did.
It's too easy, bro. It's too easy. It's too easy.
Gosh, we were talking about bullying or like name calling or something, and we asked her what would she do, and she was like, I'm not gonna do anything because I don't want to have to deal with the parents. And I was like, well, what if someone says something that's pretty racist to someone else, and then she said that oh, I'm not gonna get involved because that's not my job. And we was like, well, it kind of is because you're the teacher. And then somehow we got on the conversation of blackfacing, and we asked her if she knew what that was, and she said, I don't. She was like, I don't know what that is because I don't keep up with current news updates and stuff like that. And we all just kind of looked at her and was like, wow. I was like, you're like 47 and you don't know what blackfacing is. I was like, okay.
Oh, look,
like, all right.
Jeremiah, when you said it's like when she said it's not my job. See, now I'm kind of curious. Okay, so outside of obviously teaching, what is like in the teacher's pay grade? Like, what other responsibilities do they have besides like giving you information? Because I remember
Grading your homework.
And grading. Okay, but like,
yeah,
I remember in 6th grade, right? I forgot what we were talking about, but I remember my math teacher was like, if it came down to it, if there was a shooter that busts through that door right now, I will take a bullet for any and every single one of you guys. I was like, damn, it's like that. I was. So like
it was definitely fronting in front of the kids. They were definitely fronting in front of the kids.
Because I'm thinking, but I'm like, hold up. I'm saying if like we weren't in that shit. Like,
I mean, we weren't way too many times. Way too many times. It was like what 3-4 times out of high school.
Active shooter threat.
We just got really lucky.
Y'all remember the clowns? Y'all remember that? What was that? Freshman, sophomore year?
That's the fakest start I've ever seen in my life. I saw not a single one.
They were saying, because there was like a chain link going around West saying, yo, there's a clown outside on the Tobler side of the building. And I don't know. People were just like freaking out, too scared to like actually leave the school because they said there were clowns outside and stuff like that.
See, bro, that's the thing. That's the beef I have with like hard lockdown drills and stuff like that. They say you can't leave the school because apparently if you leave the school you're gonna get picked off by an American sniper or some shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
they got someone like on a hill just aimed in.
But like, okay,
I can see the whole campus.
Yeah, exactly. Like every single square inch. Like,
bro, there was literally a forest behind our school.
That's what I'm saying. There's a military base right next to the school. I mean, come on. Like, come on. Like, why were we the ones that was getting targeted the most?
Bro.
Like, it was just like an active thing every day. And I'm like,
and then
we got a military base right next door. Like, come on, be smarter about it. Like, just don't, just don't do it at all. It was crazy.
But like, I'm thinking back to the infamous bomb threat.
Oh my God.
The great bomb threat of 2016. That
Jesus Christ, man.
I'm not sure about everyone, but like definitely us.
Freezing cold for like an hour.
Dude,
bro, no, I was heated about that. It was
documented as the coldest day of the year. I remember hearing that. Hold on.
Nah, Brett, listen. This is when we had those 2 electives in the middle of the day.
Yes.
I was in my Spanish class that day. I had gym right after that, and our gym teacher wanted us, dress out. So I had already changed my clothes. I was wearing basketball shorts and a t-shirt already because I was prepared for gym, And my teacher said, all right, guys, we're going outside, So I was like, well, do we need to bring our stuff with us? And she said, no, we'll be outside for, a quick minute and then we'll be coming right back in. I'm standing outside during the bomb threat in basketball shorts and a t-shirt, freezing. And everybody was like, Jeremiah, why don't you have any pants on? Why don't you have a coat on? I was like, well, because I was prepared for gym and our teacher told us, leave your stuff in here. We'll be outside real quick. And I'm just over here freezing. I lost feeling in my fingertips for, the entire time we were outside. And then I just remember somebody yelling, hey, what if this was the bomber's idea to bring us all outside and the bomb is actually underneath the bleachers?
Bro, that was the worst part. They literally had us all in the same spot. Everybody in the school.
They didn't even have us separated in the bleachers. They had everybody, like the entire school, on the visitor side. I was like, this is a horrible idea.
Into some small ass building.
That's what I'm saying.
Ass in there.
Because like, what if it was like one of those bombs that's like strapped to like a vest and they're just holding like the button down. Imagine, bro. Imagine. It was
Everybody in that bleacher going out.
It's GG's, bro. It's GG's. And then here it's on the news. It's like local high school. It's like mass murder. Nobody fucking survived because the school's fucking
You're like, wait a minute. They evacuated all the students and teachers to one side of the football field and put all the students in the bleachers. Like, well, that's kind of just stupid. Like, come on, be smarter.
And that's that thing. That's that thing again where it's like, bro, look, we're out on the football field. Behind the football field is the fucking woods, dog. If I'm really scared for my fucking life, you think I'm gonna be on them damn bleachers? You think I'm staying on them bleachers? Like, fuck no, I'm gone, bitch.
Nah, right. The worst thing I remember about that was the fact that, like, after, you know, they had cleared everything up, half the school went home. Well, more than half the school went home. I was still at school, and my teacher, I go to my history class, and my teacher's like, all right, I know we just had a bomb threat, but that's not going to stop us from having school. Turn in your homework. We got a test today. And I was like, dude, come on, really?
I mean, it was the week before finals.
True, it was.
Nah, hold up. No. Because if bro was going to call in the bomb threat that soon, why couldn't he do? Why bro couldn't wait 2 days, do that shit during finals, bro?
Oh, God. That's kind of what happened at Pelly last year with the ransomware.
So they have to take a test.
I mean, I still had to take my test. They just be doing stupid things. They just be doing stupid things, and it just don't be working. It just don't be working out for them.
Listen, if you're a school shooter or you're thinking about shooting a school, don't. You're fucking retarded.
You really are, in all honesty.
Honestly.
The hell the school do to you?
Oh God, what the fuck I gotta do with it, bro? I literally had class with bro. Why I gotta catch a bullet, bro?
Nah. So
why am I in your sight?
One of the guys I met at Pelly, we were talking about like school shooters because we were talking about like our experience. And he ended up telling me that this kid dropped something in class and he picked it up and it was titled Hit List and he was the second person on it.
Damn.
And he said he reported it. And that kid, like, he's like, they just never heard from that kid again. And I was like,
okay. Oof. So
I was like,
nah, because he must have done something.
Yeah.
He must have done something to be number 2 on that list.
Oh God, you number 2, bro?
Yeah, I was like, man.
Like,
I was like, man, I was like, I don't even think I was number 2 on anyone's hit. Oh, I'm not even going to get into that. That's another story.
You probably don't want to think about that too hard.
I don't want to think about that too. I'm not thinking about that one too hard. We can skip over that one.
Yeah, you're not number 2 because you're number 1.
Oh yeah, all I do is win. Number 1. Let's go.
I don't think that's a dub, Jeremiah. Yeah. I don't think that's a dub, Bucko. Did y'all ever think about like while you were in class? You ever think about, all right, school shooter pops in right now
every time
with the tool, with the toolie, with the metal, with the heat.
I might have. I was.
And you're crushing the class. Yeah, you definitely. I'm definitely jumping in.
I gotta perform.
I gotta do something
every time, bro.
Look, because
I gotta do something.
I was talking about this with my dad once, right? And I was like, okay, look, because I'm thinking like, okay, so there's an active shooter within the vicinity. He's at the door. Okay, what if like 4 people just ran at him at the same time? Somebody might get someone might get smoked, but like the other 3 of us,
see, y'all living, and you got to get him by surprise too. Like you just got to be around the corner, right?
Because I feel like when it comes to like shooters, bro, they're banking on the fact that you're afraid.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, like, I don't think they'd really expect for like a whole crowd of people to charge them.
Because, bro, imagine if the whole class. Okay, imagine if there was a teacher. Teacher was like, all right, fuck the procedure. If a shooter, if anybody walks in during a hard lockdown, we're jumping their bitch ass.
Yo, so what if, say there were like 2 school shooters, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they each had different agendas, right? So one of them is actively trying to shoot up the school. The other one is in one of the classrooms. Gun in his backpack. Of each other? No. They're doing different shit. So gun in his backpack, right? And then so he goes in the classroom with his gun, and then the other shooter just whips out his gun. They're at a fucking stalemate.
I think you've asked me this question before. Ramos.
I don't think so.
I've definitely heard this scenario somewhere before because it was like, you know,
like
the kid with the gun in his backpack. Yeah, exactly.
Like, is he gonna join forces?
Or does he take their school shooter out and become a hero?
Listen, buddy.
Oh no!
This is my school.
If they start conspiring with each other, no, everybody just gotta jump. Everybody just gotta jump, bro. You can't let that happen, bro.
Or while they're over there arguing, that's when you jump in and take them out.
Because look, if they're literally just standing there at a standoff, and
their guns are down,
why would you not?
Nah, because what if he's like the biggest fucking plotter, right? So he kills the school shooter, He's praised as a hero, and then he comes back the next day and fucking kills everybody.
Ain't no way. Nah, actually, no way. No way.
He's like,
if they're literally standing there, guns pointing at each other, you know who they're not pointing at? Any of us.
That's when you sneak out the classroom. Sneak out the classroom.
Bro, he just walked through the door. How are you gonna get through the door?
Bro, the windows. The window's open. The window's open.
Jeremiah, we're on the second floor. We're at the tip.
I mean, either way, I might die. So I could either die jumping out of a window, or I could die,
Look, bro, just
Jeremiah, your ass, you'll fall around your neck. No,
bro, I've jumped out of a moving car. So I mean, what's the worst?
Just use a roll technique.
Yeah, Jeremiah
does not a fucking roll. Jeremiah does not a fucking roll. Yeah,
we've seen his. We've seen his.
Jeremiah's gonna dive out trying to roll. He's gonna land on his fucking neck.
And I'm like, well, there goes Jerry.
Look,
oh man,
bro. Look, I'm just saying the first school that actively jumps the school shooter, bro. I'm just saying they're gonna be applauded as heroes, and then everybody is gonna try to jump, and then everyone's gonna try to jump the school shooter, bro. And then all of a sudden, school shooters are gonna be afraid because they're gonna be like, nah, if I try to shoot the school, I'm gonna get my ass beat.
No, but the crazy thing is, you know how many the thing I've noticed is that I've been seeing this ad on YouTube about this school shooting movie, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And the thing that I was like, obviously, I mean, I know it's not based on real events or anything, and it's kind of like fiction.
Might as well be.
Because, well, I mean, partially because it's a school shooting, but the thing about it is there's every time they do something like this, there's like, oh yeah, there's this one kid, and there's like, oh yeah, I must defend my school, and I go on this whole Mission Impossible escapade to just take out the school shooters, and then there's like, yeah, it wasn't that hard, like I'm coming for you or something like that, and I'm like someone would actually do this, like, come on, let's be real. Let's
try to rationalize. I'm not trying to rationalize like a school shooting because like, all right, if you're having school drama and you're at any point in time, your shit is like your process is like, yeah, no, I'm gonna just kill these motherfuckers. All right, clearly
something's wrong.
Yeah.
Something's wrong in your head.
Yeah. But all I'm saying, if I'm me personally, look, there's gonna be two things that happen. School shooter pops in. I'm either
doing the coolest shit ever, or I'm gonna die trying.
Why not?
Or I've always wondered this. Hold up. Okay, so let's say you're in the bathroom, because that was one of the places they told us to go. Okay, so what?
No.
Okay, so so what if you in the bathroom, you do what you do, and because the school shooter's petty as fuck, he's like, nah, fuck, I'm going to the bathroom first. Whoever's in there is getting this shit.
Oh,
nah. Ain't no way.
Because that's what dude. I thought about that, dude. No, I've always thought about that ever since they said that, because they were like, yeah, if you're in the hallway and there's a hard lockdown, go to the bathroom, because they're trying to do the most damage. I'm like, what if they petty ass is like, I'm going to do the most damage, so they go to the bathroom first.
10 kids just hiding out in the bathroom. But now, speaking of school protocols, you know, I just remember something y'all remember when they had tornado warnings and stuff like that? How they had all the kids line up in the hallway and sit down and cover their heads? That was gonna do something. It wasn't.
I forgot what was the point of that. I think it was if the tornado sweeps up the school or some shit, which the school's made off in bricks. It shouldn't. But if the school were to get swooped up or some shit, bro, you would be protecting.
Bro,
your
they
head.
think my arms are stronger than fucking
that's
building.
What I'm saying. Y'all seen me work out. So that's just not happening. Y'all see me work out,
bro.
Man.
My arms are gonna snap backwards,
bro. Okay, so say the tornado does wipe the school up. What are you gonna do? The tornado's like, oh, there's kids there. Just go away. No, you're getting swept up as well.
They'll be like, oh goddamn, motherfuckers got their knees tucked with their hands over their head, man, bro.
I was like, they've had enough.
They said GGs. They said GGs.
You getting swept up too. I'm like, I don't know what the point of it is. School protocols are honestly kind of whack,
bro. No, because it doesn't even if that did help, even if the tornado doesn't yank our hands off our neck, it's our whole body's gonna be in the fucking air.
That's what I'm saying.
Tornadoes are strong enough to pick cars up. Cars weigh 5,000 pounds.
So what's gonna happen? The tornado picks us up, we still in our squatting position. Next thing you know, we somehow magically land, and we're like, oh wow, we survived that one thanks to the school safety system by tucking our heads.
Good thing I had my fucking hands on my head. I don't get it. It seems
It doesn't make any sense.
It seems like the school protocols, I don't understand, like specifically the tornado one. Cause like it's a fucking tornado, bro. If you get swept, it's GG's. Like
I wonder if this has like actually ever happened and someone just survived it. I was like, you know what, this is a good idea. This is a good idea.
Like, Tommy, you lived the tornado? What'd you do? He was like, I put my hands on my head like this, and they're like, genius, bro.
We gotta tell everybody about this.
This kid's different. This kid is fucking different.
This kid is that guy. Oh gosh, man, that's crazy though.
Nah,
The fact that
he
you're,
can be like,
tucking
yeah,
and stuff.
I was in a bunker doing that shit.
Oh, yeah,
So they're gonna look over the
let him
fact
finish,
that
bro.
they're gonna look over the fact that he was in a bunker. They're like, oh shit, so you just did that with your hands?
I was like, wow, are we really that strong as humans to where we
But
can
it was-
save ourselves from a tornado?
But did you
Nice.
have it? Like when they practiced the drill, they would have it, and it would last so long.
Bro, now I remember one time they did that and I fell asleep and they actually got mad at me because I fell asleep. I was like, bro, we've been sitting here for 30 minutes. What do you want me to do? No, and then they'd be like, all right, guys, time to go to class. And your legs will fall asleep because you
That shit
been
was-
crouching.
That shit was straight endurance. What pissed me off, bro? What pissed me off is like they would have you doing that, but then meanwhile the teacher's just walking around looking at everybody else.
Bro,
Like,
no,
bitch,
I
what
remember.
this, bro?
Yo, I remember we did that once. I just remember something when you said, now that you say that. So like teachers were walking around and they would literally watch us like hawks. And if we lifted our head up, they would be like, there was like no recess.
That's a clip. That's a clip.
Now they would take our recess away. They would threaten to take our recess away if we looked up and we'd get in trouble. And like, so kids would like, we would just be sitting over there. And if we looked up, we would like, get in trouble. I'm like, why? Just why? Like, if I look up, I'm like, so you mean to tell me if a real tornado happens, you know, you teachers are going to just be standing here walking around, looking at us to make sure our heads are down and not worried about yourselves? Okay.
Literally,
okay. Okay.
I
It
don't
just doesn't
understand
make
this
fucking-
shit.
Like it just doesn't make fucking sense, bro. Because the way I'm looking at it, okay, so tornado comes through. Let's say this kid wasn't following procedure, right? Kid fucking dies. We come to school. We come to school like whenever we come back, and they're just gonna be like, "Yep, little Billy wasn't following the procedure. Look where he is now. Fucking idiot. Should have had his hand on his head with his knees tucked. Little stupid ass kid."
That doesn't do anything though. That's like, I wonder if they like still teach kids that, because I just remember like after elementary school, they just like, we never had that drill again.
Literally.
Like if you think about it, like high school, we never had that. You know, they never really taught us about like school shooting protocols. I don't remember them doing that in like elementary school. I remember them doing that in like high school, of course. But
Let's backtrack a little bit. Go back to shooting. Okay, so let's say you're like, okay, I'm not a fucking idiot. I'm not following this stupid ass drill. It's gonna get me killed. And you catch wind that there's a school shooting, and you just leave the premises. You survive,
Exactly.
and then you come back to school. Will they punish you for that?
Nah. I swear, if that actually happens, so like you said, you know, you find out that there's a school shooting, you leave. You come back to school the next day, and it's like, you're suspended because you left school premises, you know, on school ground, like during the school hours. Like, there was a school shooting. I'm not staying. I'm going home.
So my bad
Exactly.
for not giving.
And I mean, like,
my bad.
My bad for
That's-
wanting to live.
they tell you, right? So, like, if it happens when you're in the bathroom, they just tell you to stay where you are, but I'm leaving.
That's what I'm saying. You know, I was like, you know,
I'm gonna
I
use
don't-
my
I was
my
like-
bargaining skills and persuade the shooter not to kill me, bro.
Because
nah.
Listen, I
I'm
can be
thinking of the
pretty
layout.
persuasive.
Alright. No, because I'm thinking
Alright.
about the layout of like our high school. Wherever there was a bathroom, it's weird. Wherever there was a bathroom, there was probably an exit, like fucking nearby.
Yeah, you're actually.
Bathrooms upstairs.
No, you're actually.
No, they'd be next to the stairs.
Yeah. If you're in the bathroom, you can literally just walk out, because
That's true.
over the bathroom over by the band room, you could either go out through the theater, the chorus room, the band room, and there's two exits down that hallway, and then the lobby. Yeah, you're right. And then the bathroom in the lobby over by the library, you could either go out through the library or through the main door right there. I see what you're saying. You could actually survive that if you were in the bathroom.
That's what I'm saying. Because okay, look, during like the one that happened after school, I was in the library.
Oh, I forgot that happened.
And I was like,
I just left.
bruh, I was sitting with this one dude, and I was looking at bro, like, I'm pretty sure he was thinking the same thing I was thinking, because we were looking at each other, and we looked back at the exit that was back there, and we were like, yo, if this shit is real, bro, we probably get the fuck out of here. Cause
For real.
look, there's a school. Look, bro lights up the school, bro. We live. What they gonna get mad at us for surviving like shit?
I was like, this is going on your permanent record. You guys were suspended. You guys are being suspended for surviving a school. Okay. Oh, okay.
They're gonna be like, failed to comply to authority or something.
So like freshman year in our Spanish class, one of my friends got a text from this guy, and he had told her to get out of the school because I don't want you to get caught up in the crossfire. And me and this other guy just kind of looked at her and was like, go report this right now. And she was like, I can't. And we was like, excuse me, what do you mean you can't? Did you not see what he said to you? And she was like, I'm not supposed to have my phone, and my granny's gonna get mad if she catches me with my phone, and I'm gonna get grounded. And I was like, would you rather be grounded or, I don't know, see your friends get shot up? And she kind of hesitated. I was like, go to the office right now. We went to the office, never came back. We go to our next class, which is gym, and we're like, man, I hope she reported it. All the police officers in the school, all the strongmen teachers, all the principals, they all rush into the gym. They grab this kid, put his arms behind his back, take his backpack, open it up, look inside of it, zip it back up, hold it away from them, put the kid in handcuffs, and take him out through the back door. And that was the last I ever saw of that kid. And we all just sat there, and everybody was like, what happened? And I was like, oh, I would have got shot first. I was like, oh my God. I was
What class was he in, bro?
Bro, I don't know what class it was in, but it was gym, because he was leaving the gym. Because he was like, the people in the gym were leaving and the people who were going to the gym were coming in. So I was going in and he was packing his stuff up to leave. And so I was just like, come to think, I was like, I'd never seen this guy in this class before. I was like, dang. I was like, man, this whole room would have been aired out and I was in here. I was like, dang, like that's crazy. And the crazy thing is, when I told people about it, they didn't believe me. I was like this place would get shot up. And I was like, I mean, considering, and this was before the whole bomb threat stuff. So I was like, yeah, anything is like possible at West,
What fucking high schoolers and their fucking backwards ass priorities, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I don't think ever in my life have I been that attached to my fucking phone, bro.
Bro, I don't care if I'm grounded and that happens. I'm like, all right, I'm reporting it. I don't care. I'll suffer the consequences later. I ain't trying to get any of me or my friends shot up. I'll deal with it later. I'll be your hero because I reported it. There was a kid who showed up to West, and he had some guns in his backpack, and he was going to air out the school. And I was in one of the classes he was in, and he got arrested when I was in there. Nice. Now, do y'all remember when we had the Columbine anniversary?
No, not at all.
Do you remember that, Brady?
Is that the one when they were going over the protocols and shit?
No, well, I think so, but they ended up taking everybody out to the baseball field. And it was also 420, so people was like, I'm gonna use it.
Oh, the protest. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And bro, no, I just remember a bunch of people saying, bro, I'm about to use this protest as an excuse to like skip school and go smoke since it's 420. I was like, wow. Just wow. Like high school. But yeah, the baseball team was something else that day. Dear God. We'll have to admit.
I did not see like one serious poster.
Oh, is that the one where it was like P stored in the balls? Yeah. Yeah, I remember that now.
That shit completely backfired. They didn't do that shit again. They knew better.
Bruh, and it was crazy because our principal was like, we can't do any. The principals and the teachers like, we can't do anything because, freedom of speech.
Yeah, they revoked that shit swiftly.
They did that one time and like, we're done. Like, we're done. We're done.
Come around that time, junior year. Yeah, we never did that shit again.
What happened junior year?
No, I'm just saying, like around the time it would have been. We did not have that little, what was it? Like a walk or something, bro?
Walk.
No, I'm talking about like when they went out. It was like was it like a protest? Was it supposed to be a protest or whatever?
I don't even think I was there that day.
I honestly can't even remember. I just remember that one specific one because everybody was talking about how it was. They was like, oh man, I don't know which I want to do. Do I want to skip class and go smoke since it's 420, or do I want to go protest school shootings? I was like, decisions. And I was like, really? I was like, all right. Fuck. I was like, all right.
But like the thing is, bro, I don't know what the fuck they expected. They really expected high schoolers to have the maturity to walk out there and protest a school shooting.
I mean, there was a decent amount of kids who were out there, and there were some kids who actually, had experienced that, who had experienced, kid like from previous schools, which is pretty sad, because some kids had moved here from different states they had, discussed that from like friends having suicide from bullying and all this and that. And the baseball team just came over and started making jokes. And when we had a moment of silence, what was the the meme song for that year? Gosh, what was it? I want to say oh gosh, what was it? I want to say the baseball team was playing Mo Bamba during the moment of silence.
Yeah, that's on the right. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they were playing, like we were having a moment of silence, and then I'm pretty sure someone had a speaker and they just started playing Mo Bamba, and the baseball team just started, singing along to it, and everybody just kind of like awkwardly looked back at them, and they just started laughing. And I was like, so what if kids get shot up? I was like, they shouldn't have been there in the first place. Yeah, they were saying that like it was bad. They were saying they're like, so what? There was like, they can easily prevent it. Just not be there.
Damn.
And we all just kind of looked at them. I was like, are you stupid?
If only I could see the future.
Yeah. And I was just like, dang.
Should have showed them.
I remember one teacher, she ended up grabbing one of the kids on the baseball team and said, how would you feel if someone came up to you, grabbed you like this? She actually lifted the kid off the ground by his shirt and said,
no way.
Like, she did. And then she put her fingers in like a gun symbol and then put it at his head and said, how would you feel if someone threatened to shoot your brains out in front of your friends, pull the gun away, and then shoot all your friends in front of you, and then let you survive, knowing they killed all your friends and you didn't do anything about it because you decided to be a little crybaby about it? She let the kid go. He started crying and he ran off. And I was like, wow.
He started what?
This was at our school?
Yes, this was at our school. This was during the protest.
Well, what the fuck?
Teachers were allowed to participate in it because it was a protest. I was like, freedom of speech. And I was like, it was crazy. It was crazy. I just remember that. It was wild.
All I know is that they learned from their mistakes. And
that teacher was probably buff as fuck if she
was
able to pick up
God.
Fucking like baseball kid.
I'm pretty sure he was like a freshman though, so he was small still.
Makes sense.
Hey, low-key, no, them
Should have started
freshmen,
with that.
Hey, them freshmen when we were sophomores, bro, fucking idiots.
Oh God,
freshmen are always idiots because they think they're still in middle school.
Okay, look, what was it? The class of 2022, they were chill. They were chill.
Oh yeah, my brother's class, they were pretty chill. There's some pretty chill people. Because I was in band with some of them, and they were all right.
I ain't hear
2021. It was weird.
Too many. They try to prove themselves a little too much.
The class of 21.
2021.
Yeah, the class of 20. They did a little too much.
Nah, class of 2023. These motherfuckers
they can get slid on. They can get slid on.
Nah. Them motherfuckers.
Bruh, no, listen. So I'm at Pelly the other day, right? And we met this guy. Pretty chill dude, 6'8". He's a senior at his school. We were talking to him. He said he was doing dual enrollment. Pretty nice guy. And some girls came over and started talking to him. He seemed like they apparently knew him, but he seemed like he didn't really want to have anything to do with them. And then when they said that they were in dual enrollment, I was just sitting there and it hit me. I was like, oh my gosh, you guys are the class of 23. And I jokingly said, ew. I was like, the class of 23. And they said, what year did you graduate? And I said, 2020. And they said, ew, you're old. And I just looked at them and I was like, excuse me? I was like, how old are you? Like 40? And I was like, listen.
40?
I was like, listen. I was like,
one of the youngest in our group.
That's what I'm saying. But apparently in my friend group at Pelly, I'm the oldest person. Everyone else is like younger. It's so weird. We were literally just discussing our birthdays.
They probably brought up some what's your star sign?
Nah, I told them that if y'all ever ask me that, I will actually cut y'all off as friends. Zodiacs are honestly so stupid. Zodiacs are honestly stupid.
It's so dumb because it's the people believe in that are retarded.
I mean,
there's no other way to describe them.
Like if you say, oh yeah, nah, because I remember senior year, this girl in my class in advisory, she asked me what my sign was. I had recently found out, because we found some stuff at home, like, and it was like birthstones and stuff like that someone had given to me when I was born. And so I was like, I recently found out that I was an Aries, and everyone in the class just turned around and looked at me and was like, you're an Aries? And I just kind of looked at them and I was like, I guess, is that a good or bad thing? And I was like, some people was like, oh, you're an Aries. That makes sense.
Nah, what pisses me off is when they say that. What pisses me off is when they say that, bro.
My teacher looked over.
Like that explains it.
I was like, and my teacher looked over at me and she was like, oh my gosh, Jeremiah, you're an Aries? She was like, huh. That makes so much sense.
I'm like, shut the fuck up.
And I'm like, what does that mean? And I'm literally over here asking everybody for like 15 minutes. I was like, what is it? I was like, is that a good or bad thing? And I was like, you're an Aries. And I was like,
nah, because I know y'all seen the video of the dude who was kind of like debating against these chicks against that topic, He was like, "Guess my star sign," and they said like Taurus or something. He said, "Yeah, that's right," and they were all like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense. I can see all that." And he was like, "I lied." So literally,
they
like,
just don't make sense. They just don't make sense at all.
they'll say that makes sense for anything.
Did y'all ever encounter Enneagrams?
Why does that sound
Is that the
familiar?
number shit?
Yes, because I had this
Oh,
friend.
you told me about that,
Bro, yeah.
Sure.
So, Rose, I don't know if I ever told you about this,
I
but
think you told me about that.
I was in advisory senior year, and then one of my friends was like, you know, you're definitely a 6. I was like, what the fuck you say me this? And she was like, your Enneagram. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you told me about that. I was like, wait, what did she say to you? I was like, hold up.
Because it was out of fucking nowhere. And then
just
I started hearing
out of nowhere.
That's what I'm saying. And I started hearing about it like in my math class that year. And then this one girl was like, yeah, I can't date this guy. He's a 9. I was like, how's that make any fucking sense?
That's what I'm saying.
Because they try to justify everything. Like, oh, I can't date Aries. I can't date fucking any of this.
It doesn't make sense. I was like, you know,
we're not
I was
compatible.
Like, now I remember there was this one girl I was talking to, and she was like, "What's your sign?" And I was like, "Aries." Like, because you know, I was just answering the question, and she was like, "Oh, sorry, blocked." I was like, "What? Why?" She's like, "We're not compatible." And I was like, "She was like, our sun and moon is off. You know, your chakra." I was like, "Excuse me, what?" I was like, "Are you casting a spell on me or
my chakra?" What is this, Naruto?
She said that. Bruh, apparently I've actually had a couple of girls say that to me, and I just be like, "Excuse me, what?" I was like, "Your aura isn't right with mine," and I was like,
"Sorry, your key."
I was like,
I need that Super Saiyan key.
I was like, "All right." I was like, "All right." I was like, you know, like I dodged a bullet, but you know, I was like, "All right, my chakra's off, I guess." Woohoo!
Because like actually imagine you feel like you found like the love of your life, right?
No,
like,
oh no, man!
Like they're perfect in every single way, and then they ask what your birthday is, and you say, and they're like, "I knew it was too good to be true." You're like, "What do you mean? What do you mean?"
Bro, and then they just dump you on the spot. Like, sorry, I only date, you know, Sagittariuses, and I'm like, what?
On God?
I'm about to scoop your girl, bro.
I'll just send her Ramos's way. I'm like, Ramos, she said she only dates Sagittariuses. Here you go.
Yeah, I classify as saggy tits. Come my way.
We know you do.
I'm about to start identifying as like a different sign, bro. Just whatever's convenient.
I've honestly never been with a girl who's like, oh yeah, Aries are bad. I've never been. They just say, oh, that makes so much sense about your personality.
No, so here's what you do, right? So
like, what does that mean?
If they ever ask you that shit, you just say, like, you just get theirs first, right?
Right.
And then you just look up some shit. What signs are compatible with her shit? Then you just lie to her.
So you gotta find out. You gotta find out ahead of time. You gotta do a little bit of scoping. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of scout.
So like, y'all ever be on Snapchat and y'all notice how like they have like the birth zones and like the like compatibilities with people and stuff like that, and there's like, oh, you two get along because of such and such. You know, you two are very compatible and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah.
So me and one of my friends, we were hanging out last week at Pelly, and he asked what ours said. And it kind of summed up our friendship. And I was like, it only sums it up because, you know, it's not like, oh, because this is our birthday. It's because, you know, we actually communicate with each other. And all of them say the same. It's like, oh, you two get along so well, but you two are so different. And it's like, I'm just like, all of them start off like that. And I'm like, yeah, you can get along with literally anybody you choose to, but you're also going to be different. Like the three of us, we get along, but we're all different. We all have our own different personalities, you know. Like, you know,
oh God.
Like I'm reading the shit that Snapchat has for me and Bright, and it's just.
Let me see what it says for me and Ramos.
Off. It says here. I'm gonna read it.
He said it's off.
I'm gonna say you guys are like fire and ice, but you also like that about each other.
Why is there sexual tension in this, bro?
Bro, it's like that in all of them.
It says you may have very different priorities and personas, but you admire each other's authenticity and willingness to go for what you want.
All right, so Ramos, this is what it says about you and me. Okay, it says this is a dynamic duo that puts a smile on just about everybody's face. Wow, already wrong.
Dynamic, no.
Every day.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I said. It's already wrong. It says you are two of the most upbeat, adventurous, and exciting signs. When you get together, the laughter is contagious. You feed off of each other's anything goes vibe and are likely even more outrageous and goofy when you're together than with others. The
No.
danger here is that you can push each other into reckless or overly impulsive behaviors. So keep some common sense too.
Jerry does that by
Since
himself.
you can both be. Oh my God! And then it says, since you can both be restless, travel, and having fun adventures, should be at the top of your priority list together. Yeah, this is just not accurate. It's just not accurate.
Y'all ever?
The
Y'all
very
ever-
last thing of mine and Bright says, when it comes to more serious matters, you may have to work to see eye to eye.
The last thing it says with me and Bright is, if you can avoid being passive aggressive with each other, you're an unbeatable team.
Nah, I'm gonna just be aggressive.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not passive at all. Let me see
Well,
if
hold on,
mine-
hold
let
on,
me see
hold on,
if
hold on.
Mine says the
Right,
same shit
right.
as yours.
Right. So I scrolled
yeah,
up
it
to the
does.
top of ours. You want to see what the first sentence of ours says?
Yeah.
It says your signs are both associated with the hard-hitting and driven planet Mars. What
Mars?
is that? Mars? Apparently,
So yours my favorite planet? No way!
bruh, I love Mars. You know,
No way!
that's so stupid. Zodiac signs are pointless. Zodiac signs, horoscopes, and all this and that, they just don't make sense. Like, I'm like, what? Like, why?
I follow a couple of people on Instagram who like post like horoscopes, like daily horoscopes of their stories. Sometimes, bruh, I be reading them shits, bruh. I swear to God, like I may be like picking out. I might be cherry picking the instances, but I swear, whatever that shit says, the exact fucking opposite happens, bro.
Bro, nah, I remember
it'll
one
be
day.
like-
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You're gonna
Bruh.
say it or what?
I thought Bright was gonna-
I thought Jerome was gonna keep going. My bad. I thought Jerome was gonna keep going.
I thought Bright was
But,
gonna
like,
keep
nah, so, like,
I'll
so
go
like there was
after
this
him.
one. It was like, look, today's gonna be a trial. Not everything will go your way. Shut that shit up, bro. Not everything will go your way, but because you're so strong, you'll endure it, bro. I went into that day. I'm not gonna lie. That day was kind of wavy. You know what I'm saying, bro? I got
I
the
know
text
exactly
back.
what you mean.
Yeah, like, bro, I got the text back from. Never mind, I'm gonna go into that. But you know, it was pretty chill. It was pretty chill. It was just
No.
a good day. It was just a good day. Is what
I
is what I'm
remember-
getting at.
I remember there was one time where I got curious and I decided to look mine up for the day. And I was like, your day is filled with so many positive vibes and great opportunities. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll try having a positive attitude that day. Worst day of my life. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong, bro. I was
Dude, what
so
if,
mad.
What if it
I was like, I'm never believing music. I was like, I never said I believed them, but nah, this just proves my point in that they're stupid.
what if your horoscope just says, yeah, you're dying today?
And you don't die, you're like, looks like you were wrong.
I've always wondered that, like those fortunes like that. That's like, yeah, you're going to die today. So like, what if you're like, okay, I'm just not going to leave my room. I'm not even going to go down the steps.
You just die in your sleep.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, what's
I'm like,
gonna happen? Like,
it's a natural thing to happen. People die in their sleep all the time.
You die dreaming. You're gonna die in a
Damn.
dream, bro. The
Dang.
one time when you want to wake up when you're
But you
falling off
don't.
a building, you don't. You die.
That was deep. That was really
was
deep,
not-
Ramos.
it was not.
That was deep. That was deep.
Bro literally
That
said,
hit
bro,
different.
bro basically just said you fall off a building and die. What was deep about that?
That was deep.
What?
Because you're dreaming and you think you're gonna wake up, but you
I
actually
mean, you
die in
don't
real
think
life.
you're gonna wake up because you're dreaming. You don't know you're
That's what
dreaming.
I'm saying.
That was still deep.
Shut that
You ever
up.
had those feelings like when you're laying in bed and then like you turn over, you fucking about to fall off?
Bruh.
Oh yeah, I know
Nah.
exactly what you're talking about.
Nah, that happened to me one time.
Only once.
Yes. That I can recall. I can recall. Like, I was asleep and I woke up. Yeah, I had rolled over and I woke up and I thought for some reason I thought my bed was longer, well, wider. And so when I tried standing up, I literally just missed and just fell face first onto the ground.
No, that's
not
what
what
we're
You
talking
fell in.
about.
Jeremiah, you actually fell.
That's not what we're talking about. You fucking idiot.
Bruh.
That is not the
Fucking
same. You
retard.
actually, you actually busted your ass, bro. That's different.
Bro, I did. And nobody came to check on me.
Okay, but what's that got to do with what Bright's talking about?
I fell out of bed.
Jeremiah, you actually
Oh
fell.
my
I'm
God.
talking about when you feel like you're going to fall, but you don't.
So
Jeremiah,
like you
actually
literally
fucking
just
fell.
turn
Oh,
over,
oh.
like and you stay on the bed. You just turn over and you feel like you fell.
Okay, well, I've done. Yeah, that's happened to me before, and I've also actually.
did you say?
What
What
the
the fuck about the time
fuck?
where
Where
that
your
happened?
mind was going, bro?
Okay, both have happened. Both have happened. Okay.
We don't care that you fell off your bed. The hell?
All right,
Obviously, no one came to check on me.
bitch, go ahead and fall off again. Fuck. Damn.
All right, I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
My God.
Stay on topic, bro.
Oh gosh.
Y'all ever have one of those dreams that felt so fucking real that you kind of like the lines get blurred a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we're diving too far.
Oh shit.
That's some
Oh yeah, we got
shit.
we got to hold up on that. That's like episode 8, ain't it?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, too far.
Dang
Too far. Got
Got carried away. Got carried away.
Got to roll that shit back. Oh yeah, we got to freestyle this shit. Yeah. So that's gonna be us for our very first episode. We want to thank every single one of y'all for tuning in.
All three
It
of
was a
you.
pleasure. Yeah.
Probably
Yeah,
us
my
three.
mom. My mom.
No, I'm not showing this to my
Oh yeah,
parents.
actually,
Oh.
that's a fair statement. That's a fair statement. You already know. For like the two motherfuckers that got curious because they saw this like on our fucking Instagram story or some shit. Thank you.
Yeah.
If
Shout
you
out
actually made it to
to
the end, yo,
That's crazy.
Jerry and
Fucking thank you
Bright
for that.
for watching the podcast.
Hey, shout out to Ramos. Shout out to Jerry. They watched
Yes,
that shit to
yes,
the end.
yes.
Fucking homies. But yeah, that's gonna be us. That's gonna be our time. We'll be back.
Don't know when. We'll be back soon. Ain't gonna give you a specific
soon.
date, but
Soon.
Shit.
We'll be back with the milk. We'll be back with the milk. Don't worry.
maybe tomorrow.
Could be a possibility.
True.
But that's gonna be us. Make sure you do whatever the fuck.
You need
You should
to
share this. Yeah. You should share this with friends.
Yeah,
Share
come
this
on.
with all the baddies. Easy.
Yeah, share with all the baddies. You already know.
I mean, as long as they share, share
That's what I'm
it
saying.
enough to where this makes us rich.
This podcast is the gift that keeps on giving. Let's be real.
That's what I'm saying. Because you're gonna give it to your friend, then they're gonna give it to their friend, and then they're gonna give it to their friend,
Next thing you
And then
know,
you're not
Barack Obama's watching our. We're
Imagine.
listening.
That's what I'm saying. and then Barack
He's like, I
Obama
love it.
approves it. And then Barack Obama approves the message, and then dude, that's it. That's it. Barack Obama approval.
It's that easy.
That's presidential.
Is that
That's
easy?
Presidential.
I hate you.
My God. All right.
Oh God.
Peace out.
Adios.